habits, and it definitely helped me. It's helped me out a lot in a lot of different ways that I learned from these sessions.
Okay. I'm going to ask you two follow-up questions. So one, which habit specifically did you introduce? And then I was curious about how your writing has been coming along.
I think actually for the habits, I was thinking about more like eating habits.
Okay.
I had a big habit before with like snacking a lot. And I think I started to incorporate like better, at least better snacks first, or some smaller, to kind of build the habit of like eating a little bit better and then completely eliminating that snacking and then incorporating kind of like better foods into my
Okay.
daily meals to build the habit of like slowly eating just like better in general. So like instead of ordering like fries, ordering like the salad and then just like kind of going from there, like building it up little by little.
Gotcha, gotcha. Not trying to change everything at once. And now the writing.
Yeah. It's been going pretty good. I'm getting it kind of reviewed right now. It's still like in its process, but it's definitely like at least the first like full draft is done
Let's
and it's
go. That's
reviewed.
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
All
you.
right. Anybody? Thank you, Sakura. Does anybody else want to jump in? Which has made a big difference? Anybody seen some change over the semester, the year? That's all right. I'll get to you guys later. And feel free to pop that in the chat. Oh, Amy, come on in, Amy.
For me, I also had to choose like better habits. I think when we like did the whole meeting, I was at a point where I really needed to hear that. Because um I don't know why I was just like losing it with my habits. But I think like I definitely have improved. I've been like forcing myself to like be on it more, you know what I mean? Especially a lot more than before. So like especially with just like setting times to when to do my work
Yeah.
and keeping like my space like more neat so that I could actually force myself to focus.
Right, because I think if I remember correctly, Amy, one of the things you were working on was like not leaving things to the last minute, right? Yeah, awesome. That's great to hear. And like setting up your like environmental design for your work. That's cool. That's cool. Well, thank you both for participating. Let's go ahead and pull up the slides, please, and we can get into today's content. So today is just going to be really reflective of the semester, of the year, excuse me, I keep saying semester. Um, and what I look forward to hearing from you guys and you all sharing with each other is what really stood out this year, like Amy and Sakura just kicked us off with. Let's go to the next slide. So last week was a lot of fun for me. I liked looking at your responses for learning about, working with what your strengths are and not necessarily changing them. And just to review, like natural instincts could help you work smarter, not harder. So instead of trying to work against yourself, you're just highlighting what you're good at. So hopefully you're able to find one that stands out for you and put it into practice so far and going forward into next year. One thing I'll say a couple times tonight is that for our graduating seniors, congratulations, but we still want you to be part of Youth Champions, whether that's as an alum or if you can't participate formally, coming back for any of our events, networking, galas, etc. And if you ever need any support, you're always going to be a champion with us. Um, all right, let's go to the next slide, please. All right. So today, this is what we're working on. So we've started from developing a growth mindset and building habits, grit, resilience, consistency. We're taking ownership and thinking critically, identifying biases, questions, assumptions to design better environments, communicate, collaborate with purpose, express yourself authentically and professionally, both in writing and in person, and leveraging your strengths. And I still want to bring up financial literacy. You know, we talked about a budget. I'd be curious to hear who actually followed through on making a budget and whose spending habits have been going through. I believe I was talking to you, Edith, about that. So I'm curious to hear an update on how that's going. You don't have to answer right now. We'll get to it at a certain point. All right, let's go to the next slide, please. All right. So on this slide, you're going to take 90 seconds here. to kind of just go through all of the sessions. We've covered a lot of material over the semester. And so I want you to take some time and think through some of these courses, some of these subjects, and tell me what really stood out to yourself. So we're going to do that together as a group, and then we'll go into breakout rooms. So if we can start that timer, please. All right. So one thing I want to jump in on for me personally, actually, and I hope you guys approach the work this way as well. So I had pretty good habits going into the fall, mostly around, getting my work done and kind of like making sure I'm protecting my sleep. But over the past couple weeks, things have just sort of like spiraled a little bit. And so I'm not somebody who usually drinks coffee. And so I found myself drinking like 3 or 4 cups of coffee. And so I actually came back to practice and the power of habits. And the other one was accountability, right? So I'm accountable for the way things are going and I'm not getting the outcomes I want. That is all on me. So having to sit down and make sure things have to change because, at the end of the day, like I'm the one who's making these choices, right? And we can always take control of that. So hopefully, as you go forward, you also do the same. If something's kind of falling by the wayside, you always come back to this material for some guidance. That being said, if anybody would like to volunteer, who would like to share something that really stood out to them over the course of this year? Alejandra, come on in.
So I definitely wanted to mention about the practice and the power of habits. It made me more aware of the little things I do in life and how to utilize the amount of time I have. I've noticed that recently I've been trying to plan out what I'm going to do rather than just going with the flow of things. I'm trying to make plans on things beforehand so I know how to for fully prepare myself as well. Um, I noticed that when I had like some recent assignments for math, I timed myself to okay, I'll focus on mathematics and then I'll focus on my AP environmental science work and so on and so on.
Brilliant, brilliant. That's awesome. And have you seen like those results start to come in? Do you feel like you have more space and time because you're in control of your responsibilities?
100%. I feel like I've seen a lot more change in how I interact with things, and I also noticed that I feel less stress when I have things
Yeah,
planned out.
absolutely. Thanks, Alejandro. That's a great point. Diana, come on in.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I feel like accountability has had the biggest impact on me. Just because I feel like I don't really put a lot of accountability on myself. I'm more
Hmm.
like rely on others to like do stuff for me or like help me out. And I feel like it's something that I have struggled a lot with. But so far, I feel like I have put a lot of accountability on myself with like making sure like I do my work and I have like so far like I got an agenda and now I'm like going through it. So I feel like it has impacted me.
Nice. I love that. Where have you seen that you've picked up accountability the most in your life so far?
So So far, I feel like it has been more in my school, just because
School? Okay.
I don't really like pay attention to due dates, and so I like just let it pass. And then I was like, you know what, I need to start taking like accountability of this. Like I need to start doing this. I need to do that. So I just like put it on my agenda.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So, right, because you're the only one who's, it's not your teacher who's supposed to remind you, nobody else. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. Thank you for sharing that, Diana. Heaven, come on in, my friend.
For me, one of the lessons was accountability as well.
Okay.
I'm starting to take accountability like with my teammate. We had a talk today. She was like, maybe you do need to focus a little more because I tend to like have focus and then lose it really quickly because I get distracted. So I was
Okay.
taking accountability and I was like, yeah, like you're right. Like I do tend to like lose focus really quick. I need to work on that. But like I like how she pointed it out and she wasn't really scared to tell me.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that kind of shows you, right now you guys are on a team together, but in life, you want people around you who are that way, right? So we hold ourselves accountable, but we also want friends. Sometimes we need help who can also call us out. So we stay on that correct path. I love that. And good for you for being willing to hear it. So yeah, so now we're going to go into breakout rooms. And so just a little refresher. So we've got mindset fundamentals, building a clear vision. Remember SMART goals, investments. Remember compound interest. I hope y'all really take advantage of that because you have time. You have time on your side. Taxes, yeah. I mean, I'd be curious to hear if anybody picks that one. I'm not trying to bias the group. Problem solving, becoming your own decision architect. Sorry, let me go back to problem solving. Using critical thinking and tools like the 6 step circle, if you guys remember that, and the 5 whys, right? Remember we were talking about Japanese factories, 5 whys, just ask another one until you get to the root cause. So you're not attacking the symptom, you're attacking the root of the problem. Grit and resilience, building grit and resilience on your long-term goals, right? Staying consistent daily. 4 agreements, integrity, clear communication, and doing your best to build stronger relationships. I think you guys have practice and power of habits and accountability down. Business communication was more recent, so I think that's fresh for you all. And exploring your natural strengths we did last week. So we'll go to the next slide. We're going to take 5 minutes for this workbook question here. Which lesson from this semester has had the biggest impact on you? We started the conversation a little bit, so you're just going to go a little further in your breakout rooms. So if you can send everybody off, and we'll see you back here in 5. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. I love to hear from somebody from the group, somebody not named Sakura, Amy, Heaven. Who else has already spoken? And Alejandra. Anybody else? Let's see some new hands. Edith, perfect. Come on in, Edith.
Sorry. So the lesson that had the biggest impact on me this semester, yeah, was business communications. Um, I really don't like talking to people. Like I absolutely hate it so much. But like learning about like how important it is to actually talk to people because it helps you connect it helps you build those like skills of communication and just like getting more information about somebody. So in case I guess like if you need them later on, you can like not use them but like have that connection to it. So what I have done in my daily life is I've tried to get closer to my teachers. So in case I needed like a letter recommendation for college, I would be able to go back to them and have them write it for me.
Okay. Dear Edith, one, do not use people. But number two, how did you approach those teachers? Was it by sending them a message or you staying late after class?
Well, I'm still a junior right now. Um, but I'm really close to one of my English teachers.
Hmm.
I've been going to her class since my freshman year. And I've been staying in her class freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. I'm constantly in her class, like I guess bothering her, you can say. And I also talk to still a few of my other teachers, so I'm just still in connection. Like I just go visit them sometimes during like lunch or break, or I'll just like go in between my passing periods, just say hi to them, just like stuff like that.
Yeah. No, that's smart. That's smart. You want to build relationships with people, not just when you're asking for something, right? Awesome. Thank you so much, Edith. And Luis, come on in.
I felt that the lesson that had the impact on me was the investment and financial one. I remember learning about retirements like prior to the meeting, and then I got a better understanding during the meeting. And right after the meeting, I decided to do a little bit more research and ended up creating my own retirement account. And every now and then I go on and start adding money.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is it a Roth IRA account?
yeah, it is.
Okay. What's your investment strategy? Are there any companies that have stood out to you so far?
Mostly I just follow the flow. I go with the whatever is trending at the moment, or just go with the safety ones.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Now that's great to hear. Now is the time to start. Yeah. Over time, that is going to compound in your favor. All right. Let's get one more volunteer. Thank you, Luis. I hear from one more person before we move on. One person. All right. Because you did such a good job last week when I called on you, I'm going to call on you again. Lauren Acuna. Is it Acuna or Acuna? Okay, looks like we lost Lauren. How about Ashley Adam?
I feel like one of the lessons from the semester has been using grit and resilience, as well as the problem solving one, because I feel like I've learned how to navigate through challenges better, especially on a day-to-day basis. Like when a challenge comes to me, I learn how to like face it, how to like think it through, and then how to act on it and learn from it for future situations.
Oh, that's a great answer. What was the most recent challenge you took that approach with, if you don't
Mm,
mind sharing?
I think it was. Um, I would say it's preparing for a math test I had this weekend because I have one on Friday and I kind of got a little bit behind on the work because I attended an event in Sacramento and it was a whole weekend thing. So what I did was I kind of like took a step back and then figured out how much work I'm behind on and like what notes I need to catch up on. And then that's when I started like acting on it. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this much work like today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna catch up on this. And then I'm catched up now, and so now I'm just like preparing for the test on Friday.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you feel like once you took that approach, it kind of became less overwhelming and you just focused on like the action, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like when I had looked at it from like a large viewpoint, I was like getting worried and concerned. But then when I really looked at it and then I started acting on it, it was like much better.
Yeah, you just get lost in the doing. I love that. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. Let's go to the next slide, please. All right. I'm going to ask for some readers for those top three who would like some free points.
I got it, Tauren.
All right. Who's speaking? I can't see you.
Me, Obed.
Hey, Obed. Yeah, tell me about the first one, growth.
Yeah, growth isn't a single moment, it's a continuous process.
What does that mean to you, Obed?
So basically what that means is that uh like growth is not gonna happen overnight. You know, you gotta wait, you gotta be patient, and then like you'll see some progress.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. I appreciate you volunteering. And yeah, growth is just a decision we make every single day. It's that continuous process that you commit to, not the outcome, not I will be. It's like every single day. And it can become part of your identity. I'm just somebody who is committed to growing, and refusing to be who I was yesterday. Okay, so thank you, Obed. Who wants to take the second one about personal vision?
Real men in your life, what's your name? You look better with me. This nigga look like a scrub.
All right, come on in, Amy.
Personal vision gives direction to your growth.
What does that mean to you?
To me, it means like a goal, like what you see yourself in the future, like what you want to obtain. Um, and I guess like it gives you something to grow for.
Oh, I like that. Grow for. What are you growing for? Or where are you growing towards?
I think I'm going towards like finding like what I want to do. Um, it's not really clear to me like right now. So I think like the more like I delve into what I like to do, hopefully I could find a passion that I really want to pursue. Like the more like I explore that and like challenge myself upon that, that's my hope at least.
I love that. That's exactly right, right? So you can't sit and like think your way into it. You just start doing stuff, taking on challenges. And then you have like the professional thing, what do I want to do? But there's also like our personal vision, like who we want to be, right? So that one you don't need to wait until it finds out. You just go like, I know there's these qualities of people I admire, and then this is what they do, and you just get to it. Thanks so much, Amy. And I need one more person for this cloud here. One with foundations in capital. Get some free points. Free points. All right, Heaven, go ahead.
The habits, skills, and confidence you've built so far are foundations, not finish lines.
Exactly. How do you think, has your confidence grown over the year, Heaven, do you think? Because you're a pretty confident person. Do you think it's gone even higher?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then where have you stretched yourself this year in terms of habits and skills?
Um, I think find out like new sports.
Were you sports? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. So every ending is a beginning. As I mentioned, that's where we are with Youth Champions. We're just getting started, right? Even though you're not formally going to be in class, you now have this relationship. And one thing we're going to talk about later is that even over the summer, there's book club, so you can always stay engaged with us here. Let's go to the next slide, please. All right. So before we get into this question, I want to say one more thing on personal vision. if you can sort of start to diagram that if you haven't already, right? There's multiple elements. There's community, there's professional, there's personal growth. The more intentional you are about like actually writing that out, the more clear you'll be day to day about the actions you need to take. And you can always come back to that from moment to moment when you kind of feel untethered, right? Um, and it'll give you, make decisions that align with who you want to become. So if you have that already set up, then you can filter decisions that you make daily or big decisions around how do they align with where I want to go and how I see myself. Okay, so for this workbook question, who wants to come in and read it for me before we go out into our second breakout rooms? Alejandra, go ahead.
As you think about what's next, what's one area of your life, school, work, or personal growth where you want to take your next step? And what's one action you can take this week to begin?
This week, people. So I want to hear specifics about this week. Thank you, Alejandra. So we'll take 90 seconds and we'll go off into this is going to be your last breakout room of the year, people. Remember, no crying, but let's make the most of it. All right, let's go ahead. All right, all off you go, pandas, to your final breakout rooms. And you'll have a little bit more time on this one.
Sorry, I think I sent them too early.
No, that was perfect. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Hi, Jocelyn. Sorry, I'm trying to assign you to a breakout room right now.
Oh, okay. Hey, Duriel. Can you check if you're sharing on to the breakout rooms?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
1 second. Sharing now. Hi, ma'am. Lumitaw na? Hindi pa din. We're about to start.
All right, that's it, folks. That was the last breakout room. So I tried something in the last group that I want to hear from more people. What was it? I want you to think about like who you were when you first came to Youth Champions and what scared you then that doesn't scare you anymore. And we'll put that one as optional. Anybody want to share what their final breakout room was like? What'd you talk about? Anything stand out to you? Anything you're proud of your classmates for sharing? Okay, Amy, come on in.
Um, I was thinking about the first question, but for my breakout room, we went over there was a lot of like trying to be more open, like a lot of personal growth towards like trying to like certain exams that are coming up and things like that. Um, but so I agree with especially with one person when they talked about like wanting to like be like more open, especially because that had me like thinking about who I was before I came like to you champions. Like before I had even like done any of this, I really did not like speaking out. Like I remember like the very first meeting, like I did not want to participate at all because I was just so nervous. Like if someone called on me, I would participate, but I was just so scared to like raise the button to like raise my hand. And I think I've gotten a lot less scared since then.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a major thing. Like I still like have like a little bit of anxiety when like talking to people I don't know or like in front of a group, but I think I've definitely been able to manage it a lot better now that I've like had the experience with like youth champions.
Yeah, no, thanks so much for sharing. I mean, on the public speaking part or like speaking to strangers, the funny thing that happens, at least for me, is the fear and anxiety doesn't go away, but you just start, I just find myself just talking. Like it doesn't stop me anymore, right? So you never get over it, but you stop like, it doesn't stop you from like engaging, which is pretty cool. Thanks so much, Amy. Anybody else want to jump in? Let's see. Do we have a hand? All right, now I'm just gonna go hunting. Here we go. Jimena, come on in.
Um, I would say that I think I learned is budgeting since, but like this doesn't really have to do with the mm, the what's it called, like breakout rooms, but I just wanted to say I learned a lot with budgeting since I felt like I didn't really know anything about budgeting.
Okay.
And I tried even though I really like wasting my money, I waste my money a lot, but I feel like I've been managing my money a bit better. I used to like buy a lot of like I like buying keychains and plushies, but I feel
Okay.
like I've been doing less of that and like buying just like stuff like more my money's worth like my uniforms for like not uniforms but like shoes and for stuff I actually need.
Things you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you tracking that spending?
I just my parents sometimes give me money and I just save it. And sometimes I have like a notes and then I put like how much I get and then how much I take out.
Nice. That's good to like just documenting it. You see like how much money we like to, like you said, we like to waste, right? It's harder to waste when you can see it, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Thanks so much. Oh, actually, here's a question I want to ask you. What might get in the way of your progress, let's say, as things change next year or year after that, like with budgeting? What is something that could happen that will take you away from this practice that we can plan ahead for?
Oh, like how can I improve it or
No, no. So let's say like right now things are working really well, right?
yeah.
But then life happens. Maybe you have some new friends or you go some places and you really
Oh,
want to spend money. Like how can you keep yourself on this new practice that you have?
I just say really think about like if I need it or is it like a want item since I am going out with my friends and I want to go to this one shop, but I don't want to waste my money since it's like keychains and stuff. So I was like, do I really want to like go to that store? Because if I go to that store, I know I want to buy
You
something.
will
So
buy.
I, I'm like, so I don't want to go. I'm like, let's just go somewhere like maybe to a park. Like not really like to a store. I
Okay.
guess.
No, that's smart. Instead of like I'll do really well in the store, just don't go to the store in the first place. I like that. Thank you, Jimena. Anybody else want to jump in? Guys, you're making me feel bad. A whole year's worth of content and nobody has anything to say? Now I'm just gonna come find these squares. Okay, Esmeralda, you saved some people. Come on in. There's Alejandra. Come on. Esmeralda, go ahead.
So I think that for me, it's also the same thing that she said. I believe that I've gotten really good with my spending, you know. Um, my mom gives me like this weekly budget, like for lunch and stuff, if I want to go out with my friends or something. And what I've been able to do is most of it I save.
Hmm.
And then what I'll do with that money is then I'll split it up between like, well, my own personal like wallet and then like a savings account kind of that I have. And I feel like this is something that's like really beneficial to me because I'm able to put away money and like actually tell myself like, oh, do I really want that? And like this is how much I would have to spend and just overall be conscious about what I'm buying and how much I'm spending.
Awesome. Esmeralda, do you feel like you're a lot more confident with managing money, looking at your money? Did you used to feel nervous about money in general?
Yeah, I think that honestly, like knowing how much money I had and stuff, and like I've always felt a bit anxious about looking at it, but I feel like now I'm a bit more confident. I'm able to tell myself like this is how much I have. Do I really want to spend that? Do I really want to buy that? Or should I just save it?
Yeah, it's nicer to see that number go up instead of down every week, right? Awesome. Thank you, Esmeralda. Alejandra, go ahead.
For me, I think I've had similar experiences as well, especially with my financial situations. I have definitely been able to control what I want and kind of save what I have now. For example, I remember when I went to Little Tokyo 2 weeks ago, I had I was like I saw all my friends buying stuff and I was like, "Ooh, I want to buy something too." But like I sat there and I was like, "Do I really want to get something or do I just want to feel included?" And I started noticing every single time, like I see someone buying something, I want to buy something. So I started talking to myself, saying, do I need this? Is it going to help me in any way? Am I going to benefit from it? Is it something that I've been looking forward to? And then afterwards, if I find that like, okay, I just want to spend money to spend money, I just don't buy it.
Yeah, no go, no go. All right, so everybody, I let everybody else off the hook, but I'm not going to let you off the hook, Alejandra. So one of the things I want to know is it doesn't have to be around spending, but what action specifically are you going to take this week around one of the areas you want to grow in?
In one of the areas I want to grow in, I'm trying to grow a lot more in trying to take more accountability and talk and also and more so like trying to communicate better with my fellow peers, such as my friends as well. I don't know. I think today I had like a very emotional day and I realized that I want to show more appreciation towards my friends and show that I genuinely do care about them. So the next following steps that I would be taking is trying to remind them how much I appreciate them, as well as trying to come up to them and show them like in any way how I can help them. Because I think for me, like I really do love helping people. So if I'm able to show them that I want to help them and see them grow, that's basically me saying, "Oh, I appreciate you as a friend and I appreciate your company. So let me do some things so I can so I can show that I really do care about you." So
O-
that's what I'm planning to do.
Okay, okay, but we're gonna stay here because I asked you specifics. I want to know time, date, action. What are we doing for our friends here?
So I kind of have like a weird schedule right now since I'm not going to spend too much time with them this week, Thursday to Sunday. But what I'm planning to do on Wednesday is definitely trying to coordinate like a plan during lunch to go and talk to them, hear what happened today since we all basically had a big major project occurring and trying to see if I can help any of them to pass the project for those who haven't done it yet and trying to comfort those who have done it but are nervous about the scores they're releasing. So I'm trying to one, initiate conversation. Then afterwards, I'm going to propose an idea of me helping them or trying to support them in any way that I can before I try to initiate some action in whether helping them with trying to set up their presentation better, give them advice on how to present well, or trying to simply hear their woes and trying to comfort them as best as I can.
Okay, I love it. So Wednesday sounds good. We got a plan. Who else has a specific action for me? Thank you, Alejandra. This week, who's got an action? Let's see. Let's see who's in here on the last night. Oh, Heaven, is that your hand up? Go ahead.
Wait, can you repeat like by like what action do you mean? Sorry.
Yeah, so just what we discussed in the breakout rooms, right? Everybody's talked about like what's next, area of life, school, work, personal growth. But then the last part, which I haven't heard just yet until Alejandra, was what specific action you can take this week to begin on that larger vision.
Okay, I think I have the answer. Okay, so I shared in my group, mine's school, because right now, as a sophomore, um, I got this opportunity to maybe during summer, if I get accepted, stay at a college for 2 weeks.
Nice.
And how I'm taking action is, my counselor recommended me to a senior and junior field trip. It's a UCLA, you're a student for a whole day, which is Saturday. And I'm taking the opportunity to also know, like, okay, maybe if I don't get accepted to the 2 week, in one day, maybe I'll get like a little bit of an insight, like what college life would be like.
I love that. That's controlling what you can control, right? You don't have the response, but you can still go to this thing Saturday. That's perfect. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, taking action and moving forward. Um, all right, Natalia, come on in.
I think for mines right now, let me see, it's taking forever to load. For the question, what I think about what's next, I think right now for the summer, school's kind of like coming to an end, like 2 months-ish. I'm trying to focus on like what I can do this summer and take advantage of it because I usually don't have much to do except like hang out with my friends, and that's fun and all, but like I also want to focus academically. So what I did was sign up for a bunch of summer programs, and I signed up for like 6 of them, and I've heard back from 2 of them already, and I've got accepted into both of them. So I'm just kind of seeing what options I've got it.
Hey, congratulations. Let's get some emojis for that.
So that was good. So I just think it's good to have like my options open and see where what would be best fit to me and like what would be best for like what I want to study.
Awesome, awesome. What's your action for this week?
My action for this week is to do more research on like the places I got accepted, what they're known for, and like just looking around to see like get to know better the programs themselves so that I know what to expect when I go.
Perfect, perfect. All right. We've got time for one more brave soul. Who wants to be the last person to speak for this 2025-2026 school year? how about how about Angelina Quintero?
Hi, can you guys hear me? Because I know my connection has been really bad.
You sound great.
Yes? Okay. So for me, it would probably, I wrote it down. Let me see. It would be studying for the summer SAT because I feel like I've been like saying that I was gonna like study for like the one that I took in March, and I did do like a little bit of studying but not so much, and I know like I can do better. So I'm gonna sign up for the summer one, so I feel like I have to like my action for like this week would be like actually getting like on College Board because I know they have like practice tests and like actually seeing like which ones I could take and then like since I got into the habit now of like making like planners and like planning things out, I can like write down like a specific like calendar like with dates and everything,
Mm.
like specifically just for studying for like the SAT and it doesn't have to be like a lot like hours, but like if I dedicate like at least like 30 minutes like each day or something, I'm sure like I'll be like more than ready like for the summer SAT.
I love that. I mean, that's something we work on, right? The small daily pieces keep it from being overwhelming.
Mhm.
When are you taking the actual are you taking the SAT or PSAT first?
The no, the SAT, yeah.
Oh, that's
I
coming up.
believe
Okay.
yeah, I believe it's in June or July. I keep on getting it mixed up. But it's one of the J's. Yeah.
One of the J's. Okay.
Yeah.
And which section are you most nervous about? Where are you most confident? Where are you most nervous?
I feel like I'm most nervous about I'm not confident at all of that, but I'm most nervous of the math part just because like I feel like math is like my strongest part, like strength in me. So I feel like I really want to do good in that one, but it's like it's the little things that get me, so I feel like I just sometimes have to slow it down. But I'm also kind of scared for the English one because sometimes like while we're doing the test, like I'll like zone out or like I'll start thinking about something else or like and I forget that I'm like taking the test. So I think both of them, but like yeah.
Oh man, what can you do while you're in the test to stop that, right? It's not like you can bring like a timer or a bell or something to be like, wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you let me know what you come up with. All right. Thank you so much, Angelina. Angelina, you are our final participant. Let's get some emojis for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to the next slide, please. All right, that's it. That's the end of the semester. I just want to thank each and every one of you for your participation. I've learned so much from you, and I've been learning with you as we go through the material. And I really hope you guys like Youth Champions is a great, great resource for you all, and the organization will be here even after you graduate going forward. Come back as an alum, come to the events. There's book club this summer if you have some free time this summer. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But yeah, you guys have been wonderful. You know, I love my pandas, and thank you for being great students. Let's go to the next slide. And we have 90 seconds now to finish up anything you didn't finish up in the workbook, and then we will close up the course. So cue the music, please, one more time. loving all the positive feels in the chat here, but there's no crying. I told y'all no crying. All right. Rapid fire for the announcements. Workbook and survey form announcement. Reminder, workbook and survey form closes this Friday. This is the last one. Let's try to get this in on time. The interest form for 26-27, please come back if you are eligible. Actually, you're all eligible. You can sign up through our interest form, which is open to both students and alumni, whether you're a current student, a senior transitioning into college, or an alum who wants to stay involved with all with Ali. Huh. This form is for you. This is just the interest form for now. Applications will open in August 26, 27. So you don't have to make a final decision. This is just expressing interest. It's not a commitment. So go ahead and express interest, and we'll follow up with you in August. Summer book club application form. I've mentioned it a couple times. So if you have some extra time this summer, we're excited to announce that our summer book club application form opens on April 6th to May 8th. So it's currently open. The track one is Foundations is for new participants with 5 1-hour sessions on Wednesdays or Thursdays at 6 p.m. Track two is Elevate is for returning participants from last year with 5 1-hour sessions on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Starting the week after track one. So track one is going to be Wednesdays or Thursdays at 6. And then following that, track two, Elevate is for returning participants with 5 1-hour sessions on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Starting the week after track one. Sessions alternate each week. Participants can earn some money, $20 per session for attending, participating, and submitting assignments on time. That's real money, guys. Each track will have one top submission for the workbook each week. The best submission from each track will receive a $100 bonus. So make sure to put your best effort into your work. And then for our graduating seniors, SASH pickup form is available. The SASH pickup is for graduating youth champion seniors only. Join us Saturday, May 16th, 2025 from 3 to 5 at the Lee and Associates downtown office. The address should be in the chat, 1201 North Main Street, Los Angeles. To claim your SASH and celebrate the milestone, and fill out this form if you're picking up your SASH. Games and free snacks await, because we always give you something. All of that is in the chat box. I want to say congratulations to our graduating seniors. I'm so excited for you and excited for this next step in life, but you'll always be my pandas. And thank you to the staff for another great session for us here. One more time for 2026. Can we see some emojis for them? Awesome. All right. Oh man, we are late. So have a great evening. Let me see those emojis before you leave, and enjoy the rest of the semester.